guys, welcome to the second Steph with the Deets YouTube video. So let's get into it. We're talking Vanderpump Rules reunion. Today is the final episode, part 3 of the reunion, and who knows, it might be the last episode of Vanderpump Rules ever. And sadly, I wouldn't be that sad about it if it is, because they're literally ruining my favorite reality TV show, or what was my favorite reality TV show for a decade. So what I want to touch on today, and what I want to really dissect, is this clip that they showed us today. It's a little sneak peek of tonight's reunion, and just forewarning, it'll probably piss you off.
I was livid that night. Livid. And I'm sorry if I hurt you, but I stand by what I said.
Damn.
And I probably didn't say it the most eloquently, but this was days and days of me.
No, that was
Sheena
pretty
saw
well
me.
said. That was pretty well said.
I was sobbing on a regular basis. I love filming with you guys, even when you up and I want to torture you all.
So you're saying you felt let down by everybody because the true story that you were getting wasn't the true story they were filming?
It was difficult because I understood where Ariana was coming from, but I was like, why does she get to dictate how this goes down when I've never gotten to dictate?
What is your response to this?
I don't think I'm Beyonce. I don't think I'm God. Talking about sobbing on a regular basis, yeah, I don't do it in front of Sheena. I do it on my own. And arguably, if you want to talk in show terms, me walking away from that conversation was a lot more interesting than me sitting there and having it. Was that not a better ending to your season, to give you another season for another paycheck? Had I not spoken my mind, it would have ended with you walking out the door.
Let's talk about Lauren talking about the whole Ariana dictating the season. There is a difference. Ariana Madix is dictating her life. That is why she would not have the talk with Sandoval. She wasn't dictating the show. She was dictating her life, her mental health. Lauren from Utah was dictating storylines, trying to make something that wasn't gonna happen. Honestly, Lauren dictating so many scenes this season ruined this season. And not only did Lauren from Utah dictate this season, she has dictated past seasons. So this is really what I want to get into. I made notes. The first episode of season 11, remember when Lauren calls Rachel? Was that not dictating? And I don't care if she's just doing what producers told her. She decided to do what producers told her. No cast member needs to do what the producer tells them. From what I've heard, it's almost like the producers may kind of get in their ear about something, and then they may decide to go along with it. I remember Rachel on the Rachel Goes Rogue podcast had said before, once they wanted Rachel to get with Schwartz and kiss him, but she's like, no, I don't want to do that, because obviously she was with Sandoval this time. Then when they did kiss in Mexico, they rewarded her with the glamping trip, because that's what she wanted to do for her birthday. So keep that in mind. And I think Lala was promised something, some type of reward. And I think the biggest reward that would have been given to someone is if they could have had Ariana and Sandoval have a conversation, as a scene. Because throughout the season, the cast members were pushing it.
So you have another conversation with him now, and this time just
No, that's not how no contact works. I will not have another conversation with him. That does absolutely nothing for me. Only something for him, and I don't need anything from him.
It actually wouldn't just be for him. I think it would also be for me to hear how you feel.
For you? I'm sorry, I'm not doing that for you.
You're gonna have a productive conversation with him. I know you don't want to.
I cannot do that.
It's for the well-being of your animal.
And I am not capable of having a productive conversation with a sociopath, disgusting, psycho, narcissist, gaslighter, piece of person.
Well, now you're gonna go home tonight, and just the two of you are gonna be in the house.
Set fire to his ass.
Ultimately, what's best for your mental health is to find a way to process those emotions and then move on with your life.
And Ariana made it clear, that is my boundary. I'm not going to do that. There's no benefit from it. He's not remorseful. If he really wanted to say sorry, he would have done it when the cameras aren't filming. He only wants to put on this act once the cameras are on. Why is this so hard for people to understand? I have no idea. So other than calling Rachel, and that was a fail for her. So oh, no reward. Lauren has to keep on trying. Meeting up with Joe, that was not necessary at at all. Lauren went from being Katie's ride or die last season to literally being like, I'm gonna go meet up with the woman that moved in with your ex-husband before your divorce was even finalized. Last season, you were so pissed that Rachel and Schwartz were kissing.
Did they hook up? Make out? They kissed.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
You see it?
Yeah, of course. We all saw it.
Why are people cheering for that?
Because they want to see Schwartz happy.
Katie did nothing to that girl for her to do something like that. She's a disgusting swamp creature. Okay, no, we're not gonna go there.
Well, Joe and Schwartz were definitely doing more than just kissing. She wants to make it seem like Joe is just a little innocent person when we all know Joe is the most cringiest, faked, forced produced scene, in my opinion, was Lauren going to Sandoval's house, Sandoval and Ariana's home, when he was in the breathwork exercise.
Wild.
It happened in my life really me up. And I don't want you paying for my experience with someone else.
Thank you. I just want...
Like, she just did that to give into the whole Sandoval redemption arc. We all know it, and it made the show seem so fake. I felt like I was watching The Hills. And then we learned how Lauren was trying to dictate more of this season when she literally blatantly said it during the reunion, like she was trying to get Katie on board, having the phone call with Katie and the producer. She wanted to convince Katie to bring up something that Katie was over already. Like, she had gone over this, the whole little feelings, insecure feelings she was having about something about her, Ariana. Lauren wanted her to bring that back up on camera and start a fight with her business partner, just for ratings and just for everyone to go against Ariana. Lauren wanted to take Ariana's spot. She wanted everyone against Ariana, and Katie was the last person that would not abide by Lauren's rules, and that is really why Lauren from Utah is so pissed off at Katie Maloney. And obviously the VPR finale spoke for itself.
Happened to her, the world rallied around her. She now thinks she is Beyonce. It's bullshit that she can't film with someone, that she stays under the same roof. That she's saying, don't with Tom Sandoval, don't with Tom Sandoval, but I'm gonna sleep down the hall from Tom Sandoval. Never in my life experienced someone who gets cheated on and suddenly she becomes God.
Lauren is so jealous of Ariana, and that is it. She's so jealous. She wanted all that to happen to her. When Randall and her broke up, she didn't get any of that. Let's not forget Lauren from Utah's past seasons and how she definitely tried to dictate things. Do we not remember season 5? She literally left mid-season because it wasn't going the way she wanted. She didn't want her man's name even mentioned. You couldn't even mention Randall Emmett's name.
Yeah.
Were you dating a married man?
No.
Are you dating a married man?
And that no one is ever going to get the answer they're looking for. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to put my relationship on the forefront.
Who are you dating?
Ever. And I'm not going to say that either.
Are you dating someone?
I am.
You denied over the years all of the allegations that your boyfriend was married.
Correct.
It seems that maybe he was married when you started dating, correct?
Well, when I met Rand, he had a legal separation, so I don't see how I did anything wrong. I learned that Schwartz hung out with that person the other day, so I cut him out. And I'm not the type of person to say, you have to pick a side, but in this situation, if you don't pick my side or you remain Switzerland, I want nothing to do with you.
What's up with LVP pushing the script and feeding Lauren lines? Oh, is this what you meant? Of course LVP would be helping narrate and feed her lines when it comes to going against Ariana Madix, because LVP wants to be the top woman, and I don't think she liked that Ariana got so much fame and did so well with the opportunities given. Lisa Vanderpump is pissed off because obviously she's a male sympathizer, as we all know. Roles were reversed with Ariana and Sandoval. I 100% bet LVP would be acting so different if it was Sandoval in Ariana's shoes. There would be no Ariana redemption arc. It would be oh, praise Sandoval, he's the top guy, he's so good. I do find it insane that Ariana, who's sitting there looking so hurt and blindsided with tears in her eyes, and Lauren, her friend, can look at her and be I'm sorry if I hurt you, but I still stick by my word. like, the fact that she still sticks by that and she doesn't apologize, because that is not what I consider an apology. She gets her apologizing lessons from Sandoval, looks like. I honestly just feel like Lauren from Utah is not just a bad friend, but kind of like not a really good person. If you put money above any relationship, in my eyes, that's disgusting. Ultimately, I just love how Ariana Madix always wins the war of words without trying. She's not trying to one-up Lauren. She's calm. She's so eloquent, but she cuts with her words. And I love that. It kind of like reminds me of like Stassi back in the day when she told her, like, I'm sorry if this wasn't good enough to like give you another season, give you a paycheck. Oh my God. I love that so much. This is just showing that Lauren is saying, like, this is my livelihood. And Ariana is saying, yeah, well, this is my life. Ariana does not owe Lauren from Utah anything when it comes to her livelihood or Lauren's storylines. Like, go have your own storyline, Lauren. The fact that your only storyline this whole season, other than like getting pregnant, let's be honest, like, it's a boring storyline. Sorry, I forgot the water tasting. So sorry that didn't work out for you, Lauren, and you didn't get any water sponsorships. But other than that, her storyline was to criticize anything Ariana did and try to get everyone against Ariana and try to be the voice of reason. I still cannot fathom how Andy Cohen said Lauren, Lala, is the voice of reason. Andy Cohen, you need to get your ears checked. I'm so sorry to break it to you, but there's something wrong with them, because no. And at the end, when Lauren says, if I didn't speak up, you leaving would have been the end of the episode. This is showing that Lauren wanted that limelight. She didn't want the ending of the episode to be Ariana walking out. Oh no, she had to take over. Time to scream, time to be the #1 girl, get that limelight. People are gonna be on my side, because the producers probably told her, like, oh, we're doing a Sandoval redemption, it's gonna work. People used to love Sandoval in the past, so you'll be totally fine and people will love you even more. Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be a producer's mouthpiece and actually have a mind of your own and a storyline of your own, and maybe that would have worked out better for you, and then you wouldn't have ruined a show that so many of us have loved for a decade. I never thought Lala would be the one to ruin it. Oh my God, that makes me so mad. And lastly, like, Ariana walking out, that would have been an iconic ending to a season. Not the whole Lauren screaming and then like Sandoval and Sheena just like, yeah. And then the whole fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall, I think was a horrible idea. Vanderpump Rules would always, like, I always was like, it's such an authentic, real show compared to so many other reality shows, even compared to like the Housewives. Like, why I say that is because these people were legitimately authentic friends or enemies, like, but it was real. The Housewives was kind of like they put them together, you know, they weren't really like friends, all of them at least. And that's why I loved it, because it came across that way, but they really have lost touch with that. Vanderpump Rules is not what it was. Ultimately, this just shows how Lauren from Utah was her own worst enemy this season. Her being a producer's mouthpiece, her trying to dictate every scene. Not only was she her own worst enemy, she literally just really tainted the show. She tainted the ending. Like, if that is the ending of Vanderpump Rules, like, what a horrible ending. We have Lauren's monologue. This is why Andy's like, oh, she comes across as the voice of reason. Just because you have a monologue does not mean you're the voice of reason. I don't know why they gave that monologue moment for Lauren from Utah. This is probably one of her rewards.